What their council like judgment accountable. I say me so me say we dey cheaper. So yeah, ready.
Who person me fan free?
Free baby I would di actually. E be see baby I do.
Oh, baby. She said assembly gina.
Yes.
Assembly gina kokosi say court no ewu. So do broni ya yere. Mamme Akosua Serwaa so ya yere.
But also kwa appeal.
O se wonyankoi. E na appeal no so mawie nti so ya yere.
O ya yere.
Aya ware no amamere kwan so na anya sa.
Me ba try.
Enti se sa na akone de a se tweka ni nyina afayie no.
Afayie no.
Na wo se yie ni de ba so.
13th.
Ese baso.
Ese baso.
Awo se baso. Na ese baso because ohema enipa meka se Ghana for ama menka ne sa eni abusuafo ni na ani ni yi wi ase ayeba ye Lumba. It is a year ne baso 13 for na e was set obi a position be a take ye wasem we won't give up ne ehye Lumba ni monyam because ye ne na ani ni Lumba bobra na achievement kora wa make no me gidi ye se nka mo abusuafo no kora no after yesie ni kora wi afi na nka mo be enjoy but omo ya se no eti obi an give up na ye nyina nka bo mko sie Lumba ehye ne ni monyam because on deserve ne yekoso no ebe ya abusuafo ne se omo ye obi ye de spectators na ye kire ya adwene boa mo but come mo chen ubia bibia twam no mo na mudin asai mo na mo ahwere mo ade ye de ye ka bi keke ebe afete ma yerefo ne ba afete busua na nkasa so be afete wo mo di bia o mo be face o ma outsiders ayo mo yoduom ye mo wie ni ate ada na mo nkasa mo sofa de mo yes Lumba abeya de wi ase ba ye de entity ye ade so anka wajama mo afi na mo bedidi ho matom bo so se no mikurom kwa utafo mi bi atwam band bi ne afa na all brothers de ma mi bi bo nyom ya abo ahema obeya de ho ayie emra wote ase bi no ye wasabe oye bonini enyom keka de ma ne boy ma ne beye tourist figure for travel from all over the world ever share Mamme no we enjoy it abusia so enjoy kurunu so enjoy it as mama ke investigation ya abo ahema band na boy na from all brothers so mu wini gold plate kura with that music sabe o baby on wo ye kura tesa anwom no de chire na yore wo mu didi nwom no ho there's a professor bi na wo legon me give a V-mate ubeka professor PAV ansa School of Communication. Na what article background mu na ne article bi obetwo bi odi ka quote in the house number e was so upon Preview Street. Professor ansa wuye no ni fie sebe na busua fie atakwa me na bi e be tourist site for travel kohwe Lumba ye more than examples of me ubeka ya ohema ofiri mu no omo wode ombobo onwum mpo no crofo start chisi wo omo odo bo onwum keke obeto hwane fosti hwane bempoma hwane ofa hwan hwe enkomu titi Lumba yi a the same captain yi ni mpo no onamwa fu ekwa bebu ni free maame bempoma ni we for sina Lumba de bo onwum na mato bo na masai ade no na omunya hu so omo ase no eye omo se ohu ye no spectators ye de ane atum mu na wo mo ne yenya ho but mo made na mo se no na ye pese ye boa mo na mo kora eto on air na omo ye nimu de ekun no ye nimu de ekun ye koye promoter na me di we ye example men kan sesebe Mamme Akosua Serwaa na poison. I didn't say that ono akasa so kan say yes namfo bi he told me Now I was very happy say Kofi Ntisuba later ebe confirm me say was ne nan for the poison no. Na me ben Lumba kakra. Enye wo wunti na me se me ben no. Yes. Na me ben no. Na opani na bre. Ese barisan kwakoda di ye believe o obi wu a ye feel say honam ne da ho, but it means a lot. Go and read the Bible. Abra Joseph ni papa wu ye e wo Misrim. Ehye ya kosisi ye ni kodru ye. E ma ne ko rest ye. Ye gidi enipa wu keke. Etu nya wu ye nye de sese ye ya we are punishing him. Adanti na di 1 week di 40 days ye bibia ne ye koda wachi. Ye nye de ya Lumba onko yo. He still around suffering. It is said ye beja manson no ene wo ya yese ne agya Lumba kwan kama amani di ese ne nsaka eye adenti na yente asem asesa the role of the family and say odi she be firu na mo babu ama na ni mo agu ase yes sin ntuma go abonti ama now ukura be wa you say we defend Lumba bia wanya asem ubaji di kakra ma ho wow. Sabin produce I came out one day Oheneba ba me ba out ni gina say me tell say innuendos insinuations implying say odo broni any nipa bi na ekun Lumba mu ina ma anti bi then on radio and I'm say me go one day and me nya text message Oheneba call me Lumba and I'm say do to nyum ya na Miss Minini nye free wo. Na so mental na ma hebia ni obi na ye me wrof. E na me frɛ no no a. Oso me hia wo help for me pom ta me ba clinic ho. Na am so microphone mu dudu to me ma me ba fie. Oheneba in short no. Me call Lumba fie every day. The medical report, you say doctor patient confidentiality. Undi club ya de. Na me kamu asam a kyerɛ obeka say nyame so say Lumba etna say 10 years. Because on the 10 time I'm starting more than 10 years. Everyone wants to survive for 10 years. To me, the kasa me catch any pains. A lot of disorders in the body. A lot. It was that day. From there, now, many Benya say, Uncle Family, my name, Mamme clinical. Me, I'm dear Duru Command Ufi. Me church in Miania, when you di to me, my wife. Echo the one who training or dobroni miania one mano. Because can't we were air. Said on di ma temo ame fele are.
O fele are.
Jawa. Man jane better. As say me person me imply say me mazampu bi say o ka kire me say ye poison no. Na me lie. O kire me baby ye poison no ne se ne a. O ka sas me no wo su because o so mo de fa fufuom. It would be here na onya crisis e ko do hospital no mu twa scan o mu twa scan no e no mu sadi round bi di dan yam ti abrofo doctors ne fe say e cocaine wa memere asam me kam gino tweda mponya kopa anim me ye pani I don't lie ti abrofo ne hu sa no wo mu dwene sa kwa na me mini cocaine mo fa ne to no onwu Ohema Lumba kasem wa no usu no mo to ne twene ye o da ho be 2 hours no onwuye nintam kese pa na me ka kire one no wo da obe 2 hours no onwuye no say akwa ina ko kan wa memini no onwuye ti yankusa nkohwe no mo say twas kan na ade na nane e kire wo say adageste eti ho na fedi o mu titi no mu say poison bisi bi gino tuamfo otweda mpo anim na me kasam wi Lumba kasa na wusu the man has really suffered and no na worsen ne yade no it on air na omo ye nimu de ekun no ye nimu de ekun ye koye postmortem na me di we ye example men kan sebe Mamme Akosua Serwaa na poison I didn't say that ono akasa so kan say yes e namfo bi he told me and I was very happy say Kofi Ntisuba later ebe confirm me say was ne namfo the poison no efiro na ne yade ye bebre I know his medical report. Menya medical doctor. I practice natural medicine. License 1. Ono anso ba me no hu mo amede mo ana. Me change na dua me ma na me yire ko ni fie ko kire nes enema woni. They know every secret concerning the disease. Pacho utie me. Then I use this as example. Say munya say postmortem na postmortem. We can't say any postmortem. The eye na is okay. Young kwaja ne kwan. No one home no wabre. One must ma kwaka de yanka. Hey, atem didie no kwa da mitimi nka bi ba me ka ba akon. Obi ka che se mitikoto nyansa bi anim. Mitikoto nyansa nim. And I'm saying, look at this. I don't know about Lumba, sir. And then, the American Biane say, Abusua for a mutie me, Lumba ya modisi yo. Yeah, they are spectators. The more you need the whole tremor. Etimo Obian Saranda, Nessa 13 for a young Kwasi Lumba. After that, will be a person where you be ano. Monye. So about your man so about cancer you. Number more person who put the role of Abusua Panin the more yeti. No chieftaincy will support you. Because be an Abusua Panin be here and a bonisi on your best son idiom. A be here no. It will only so if you say a crown and this year no. Why don't we know this? As a see who Abusua Panin is ordinary. Now, sabe wayama o family tree a. You can family tree any day. Family tree no any day.
Arnold.
What's the family is
like Ebusientia.
Obo family tree. That's Obo family
tree.
Yeah, until the time me dey family tree assemble mon. But some say Abusua Panin ko nye moja. You can family tree any day. Eduane si on branches. Enti stem no any Mamme a wodi ka pa account for na ye come material no. Stem no any Mamme wodi kan ya nasefo etreko ti etreko ni na ye branches ana meboa ti ye dra ubo Mamme wodi kan no ono kora anso no ye he eduane root na e ancestors no bia ye nimu wo mo because generation after generation ti ye bastem na branches na ye ko ti ye draw Lumba Abusua family tree a branches no Abusua Panin ka ho etina ye to abaye Abusua Panin yi no eti se Lumba nko awu ya na etimi ka se Abusua Panin nya blood. What am you check it? That is ye pekwan bi ability man no na chese ye twi afade so e no bi bia so be ka se ayi si akama mu a eye man na run ye o twantro. Oba suggest kire Abusua Panin opo be fa pa won fa.
Oba di
Dabi. Yeah, Ofia. It's all about Abusua Panin. Like our question, Abusami Chiromu.
No, contrary to expert witness, Safo can tank or buy.
No, Opaniwa, like I want to Safo can tank the Anase.
It's documented. I say, no, I have. And I'm say, I have it here.
And I'm say,
let me be
one tears here because Mami Chiromu. One tears here. Obiwa, Ofia, Abusua Panin. Nemo o consult to mano.
Okay.
I feel like
or consult man, but information we dig about say a man is here, almost a man organize a year. Oh, lawyer, information a bit do about no.
Okay.
Sir, me wadaji mi tie one more said one face on Kasama Mamme, I'm Serwaa or Dobru, me tie obi ade me wadaji. 10 year information what bonten say a ma and see obi. Etomu nyama Lumba sister sinsie no
ntimpacho se obra wu a wan na esie no
obra wu a Abusua Panin
Abusua Panin
yes
na o Mamme su wu
o Mamme wu a Abusua Panin na wo ni Mamme nkla ha na ma me papa wu ye me papa wu Abusua ye meeting na Abusua ka se monko pe besia wo mu nim se bia ne bakora wisika wu they are rich be yon papa yi but on be catch them say mon kopa besia before be kasa mon kopa besia ne ye be discussion ahwe budget ya ye de be ye no Abusua ni nyina o eso okay ye we de Lumba ye de ye de 100 billion e be ye wi a wo mu nim so o ma 2 bi a e hye mo ho eso ye nkasa mo na mo fa sika be say mon kopa besia mara me pato uti ade na say na mo de bisika ne be ye mo sika o ba indirect way say e Abusua sika ye wie no a obi asika wode ba ye be ma wo
okay
enna mo amo wo sika na mo mi se mo papa mo pese mo yeshu eboro so a mo be sere Abusua Panin se obi antana nche ye pese ye papa yi eno mo sere o be sere ansa etu Lumba maame wu ya mesa wu ye no obia nim se ono ana ye yiye no enso wasra abusua pani waje permission
ansan
yes esa ne na kamam me papa ye fe ne yantim kwa utafo owu ye ohema me pe na me ye na yiye but abusua ni hia manka so obia nyina nche me be ye yiye abusua ni hia no busa ase ye di sika se ne be ye ene ye toato adwene de no very well se me ana me ye ene obi soja se se de 5 billion nam so 5 ndi sha ye ne 7 afena abusua pese en kopa be se amara and so I took over the funeral ye wi ebu akonta na ye tibu bi obi adi sika free ya dey aman na ye na ye well organized enti wo ba onua ba ansore nye ni bra ye is never true ayebusia pani
enti age se ni nua ba na esre busia
you consult abusia pani
no de ye de ma no ni nua ba no
na so odane ama wo otawachi
me pache se eye ni nua ba ma ena efrim enti obetumi asre busia panyin no se okay ebia ye kope busia koye yi na me fosti anase bempoma me wo se sika na mo abone ebia if I say 200,000 me wo ho te me so se fe yie ni ma me na me ye obetumi asre
utimi nsre ne sase en fa ye ma wo na wo ye yankane sa o beboa ama abusa pani atawachi ye nim say ye sika
okay nti o beboa
yes enye sabe produce
o beboa na
enye business ne de ama wa ye na wato profit
it is a be ma de obetumi aye
dabi the point ne say bibia hinge on abusa pani power say free ne ba ho say fini nua ba ho say free obiara o de ye further investigation na ka chem say meboa
oh sa na me de ne
yes sabe so na o ma me ne free man papa enti o ahema o igino abusa pani ye de ope enso obia nim say udi ene udi bre bibia gina wo so
me je permission o de man
better but one say Lumba de it's like abusa pani is nobody every day your allegation tia no your allegation tia abusa pani wo bo wa yes say wo yes say onye free to wo ye bibi kro wo soro left and right so that day ye ne maso ana say day obi antimi se put the puff abusa pani da it's not done how two for makwan wo hini bia makwan
okay
wo hini bia makwan it's not done enya kan culture enya asante culture it's not done anywhere it is say one feel say they should throw the towel na tentem ye nyina nka mo nye Lumba ye ahoho ne ye meta mochi people are ready to help Lumba aja ne kwama ya ma mo kele obia me kan ni interest impo obia moral awra ho ana we mu na asa mo kele na wo hia we afede ya bremo kura afede ya bremo asa so mo ntede ya na it pains me say mo na asam ne kamo no mama outsiders ena esa ade no sabe wo mo afom team liga ni to wana firi mu fie wo mo afom team liga no wo mo sise na o sise na
yo do mo do Lumba
mo da hwan
mo do Lumba
eye
do mo do Lumba ntina ama omo pese pepeye ebeba
pepeye ne fan say yi no pese pepeye ba anya sa na ye no on so camera na we so to obi abusua pani me we so to abusua pani me ba wo so me the court case be chase you twaniti adaka bia ya homa owo utwaniti a bia ka bia ya homa enti wabusua pani na ye tire of abusua obi oh edi right na obi gunani mu ase a eye busua no
na we gunani
yes why do Ashantis always fight for their kin otumfo ani gu ase Asante man ani gu ase to we fight for otumfo sana busua so te etuje obi otenchen se won gu abusua pani ani mu ase a eye ni twam wo de besrew okay wo de besrew why do you allow that am ya to abusua pani so de Tupac ade wo ko wo we
waje atu
asani ani
da waje atu
mwanya de ato no etisa mwanya de ato de no be
name no
Ask to park in your warrior.
Musician.
Answer.
Rapper.
And I'm a bon.
Oheneba,
it's in the middle of sense. Oh, I am a choir with the Lumba. Eh, Lumba Brosa. Monya Abusua Panin no anya na ye. Accountability, a besi. Sikabi a befulumba ye mu on twin fa kapren fa ba bia. He can't try. Never count ya say. Ne wanye na ye abusua ye what and she share de ye yen sori ya keke ne ye rules ne da ho. Rules ne da ho. He ya mamre ne ya hyehyɛ to fitete obi esan ho a emfa. De oso obeye kuna amamre da ho. Ubetimi afolo a no watimi ayesa kuna na eno so da ho. Na yede wo famu na ba nu hu kura so ka so boye kuna yede wo famu a wadware ye nyina be hyehya ma ho star de bedware ensu abedware aduane abedi wanam abetu wonna mu nyina ye cheke wo wonni privacy wo ye kuna wonni privacy wo damere wa me ntam every night for 1 year yase bibi betesa for 1 year Oheneba nya beto ye kase kuna
wo be for 1 year
o private part kwa de ntuma be penti ho na ye de ade bi ato wasena ye de key ene tu aboba
enebrim
yes ene kwa ya limit no ye de beto wasena key ne represent se be over jana na ya tu samani nya kwa me no me ye sex
when you na kakuna
ekakuna no ye be ya brewa be consolation
after death
jadi ene ade beto wasena no ski kan ho na tu aboba nyina chekere na ye de ato wasene ko buza se ade na ye de ki ni kire se ya to vagina no
ya to ade
se de sama no se be o medi
nti mpacho na sama ya me pacho ahan me interest me ni je person bisa say kuna na ye kan nyina ye wo ho niam ye
serious one busa pani bia
mpacho endebrim AI level ya ye woni Gen Z obi kunu ewu ame ye de ade na achechire no eni boba no em obi kitaki no
bibi kakra bi ne ye firim ye koni pure wana
ye koni pure
ya de ye firim no de ye firim no pe ye kane no nka sabe odobro ni ba bi oti wo se ye mani free ho ye tu fie no kanena enenso PNDC lo 11 ne ade oba okitamba o pamonko fie be ne ebu ye ne aguso eso no kwa ne proper one esese yatum
okay
ba se yatum enye yi nkwala ne nti
okay
eno ye one
okay
ena kanen so yetimi ma unifunu ne da in some tribes se yi no mo na firim ne mo niam a che so ye kunafo wadwade wadidie ene de yenyi wan kora mfirimu
okay
ye do be se oba Panin sa wo control o vagina na be penti so ntwoma ye de
ntwoma ne ye de
clay
ye be penti so
pubic ho no esoro
so be dware o
wadwade ne be se tambia merwa ne di wachi uwie bia udware wie bia be penti anya better if you are going proper ekuna
Afana emi was right.
Oh, so this is
nice handle.
Yeah.
Na honey out there.
We have to learn.
but kakra meditation there. Minimum say one when you film, but impediment dreams to the day. Article 26 plus 2 of young constitution. Any customary, any cultural practices be dehumanize. It is automatically abolished.
Dehumanize.
Also still I know more painting when you also when you so if you dehumanize somebody
the book be on compare my fashion me enchelo
so if it is deemed there is really a dehumanizing and it's still there automatically the
this one doesn't dehumanize no you don't fam said you better to free someone home na someone me how it's allowed so the same constitution is freedom of religion allowed kind the same constitution no enti when so your religion ni bia ye practice odaro ma mo be ma me kwana me kan wo kakra we osofu bi efe na nakwa atia manfo e na ochoro sa buku yi
okay
Mamme kan this page on kuna okunafo dware mprensa Debia ne nsuo nwinu nkoa na obedware. Yes. Nsuo nwinu nkoa na obedware. Nsuo no nso esese wode ebo tum. So it doesn't dehumanize anybody. Eya mamre. Esese de ohwe kunani no so no egina ne ho. Abiribi obedware. Wono na hye bathroom ha wodware. Ogina also. No privacy. Where your current are you? You're modernizing or no?
No, that one no problem.
Thank you.
But
Sir Ojare nso a esese oje nsuo kakra wo bokiti no ase. Na de wo hwe ne so no abefa kohwie egu. Amane e kire se wonyunu ntu okunafo wo fie. Enti wo mane koda ntem by 7-6 where would them that akoda. Oh yes sir, 1 year. Eda wode okunafo yi behye kunamu no de esese obu ada de na yede best start to no food wunidi aduane esese odi kosi se obedi aduane a esese odi ekosi se obedi na wotwe da no ene aduane a wapo ho aye aduane a yaso ho
okay to say eton
like eko egbemi
okay
money sani
okay rice water
yapo ho
because it's obedi na wotwe da.
Yes. Bio esese okunafo
omanye
bio ensese okunafo no nko ada
ensese okunafo no nko
yes so danso a oni hu kwan se okasa
ewo kuna
yes so wodanso a esese woda ema mpanifo mienu ntam ensese kane anso pa ne ho anadwo nyina ne aso bobosu nchan. This is a modern book written by Nana Kwati Amanfo. Diawo.
Ntie.
Na kuna no said ye wote kuna doso no. Wase said ye wote kuna doso ne se obema obefa kuna ba no. No, make us start from here. Make us start from here.
Yeah.
Kuna doso na mepe.
kuna ne ti Germany a when you
when since me
one e goda ne nche
na botre
ha wasasra buyo se omo kunafo no na woni kuna no woni kuna no mara nyina so kuna doso no enema wodi yeni entomago ana duku bi a wapam ene wode bo ketewa bi ene atuduro abo no ene safoa ne de ato wasene wo kire mu kofeda obeka kire o se safoa no ye de close vagina se de samane e mama ye sex e ya mamre eno de entwa mu they practice it eti wo pese o ye proper kuna na o maka keka na they will take you through this
and this is a female penny
a female penny na ye we and the be mama
to o ma be down cha wine
e 1 year na so busa penny na be select wo mo e de
1 year na 6 months
oh ye na 1 year
Dampacho kunafo obetumi akọ ejuma like you know like daily activities say mesori anopa say
penny a watie nyina no
ejuma bi enim
yes
eni say oye ejuma
da bi albo black wo fie penny ye kan nyina no Dampacho watomase eti akan proper kuna ne woma yi bi afuri mu te say kwani funu ne na sa but when would they still do it they still do it pa men put fear in anybody unless be ignore no na se kuna padia you go by this
okay
when a man ye them will say organize ye dey say nyina kan ye no under the proper supervision of Abusua Panin ye mpia Abusua Panin nyina nchan e wo bibia mu nua ba bia ntimi nye obi aye e ba bia ntimi nye ne papa ye ye ba ma kwan ye Abusua Panin na e ma wo kwan o kasa wo mpani a wonni hweye o kasa wo mpani bibia ye kwawufuo uwa yetimi de da papa fie eno kro mo gi permission maame fo ne person mo de wo kwa o maame side for they seek permission otherwise say de da wo papa fie etina kwawufuo mfa agani agoro no so ni nyina so Abusua Panin be ma permission the American question na so hema ka Lumba ntimi so far this fate wo bra ye te ase ye say abusua pen na so ye na yie na obi amfa bi mfifiri nchen ma enka bibia akokama na abusua pen ni akosebo no ochina sei obi ya na adwen se wo panishe abusua pen ye lumba na mugu nanim ase lumba abusua fo monte ase yesa na lumba di na so enka kire se be kora no yie enka kire di lumba ageda ho no na kasa be sika obe mamo anya kora bi ni lumba mamo anya sika mo ambo ena mo ya masa sika ni nyina ekọ sa sika ni nyina ekọ
mate eye sifia ye wo mo ben yi no ene o cousins o mu gina mo chi na abusua pani no wona tumi wona nsem no no de ni tumi na be bo sorry pacho ono no de ni tumi ni na be bo anwiafo ne no mu nnuanom no mu ho bai na abusua pani ni mfiri na abusua ni na echi megina ni mu na abusua no ona gina o mu na echi
anya na don't change the tradition or he don't change the tradition
change no
the okay can only person de abusua pani ne di animu obi ni animu no odi na chi nya no kore
pani suma se empress
pastor aka kocha be na wo preach no
fa konya we si ya no no ti
ana abusua pani no oya soft onya soft awu se nko yi ufrim
o se
ya se nko yi ufri committee no o da tumi no o he na be hagina no wa yi
100% so no na wo ti committee aye boa no
ne wo fa asefo no o sisi na ne no apene o he na be hagina o mere ko be kasa tanancha mi tumi
no ko hunsa me boa no pa mpo ono ko hunsa me boa no pa enti da dia obo ma ba fi share meeting bi ase
ohini bi tie akwan culture ben na ye obi ayi a emma ne wore badi ani na busa pani de kire ye ka yi a ayi hu nhihye no eba mam enua mam bibia mam uwo bibia usiki permission from busa pani wo eti assemble yie no ho a assemble yie no ho busa pani ni be ho do assemble na waka no
ya de 10,000 na ye yie ntu pe wa yie ni ya na wa slow of busa pani betimi aka say ye fia ha ye de 10,000 na ye yie but o pese wa yie ni ya more nice and apart from 10,000 no o be ade 100,000 200,000 kro enya na sem eye wa woka e wo ho enti de wo kana o kase eye ne de ye na me kase asantefo no eye festival enti eye no obi anim ye ye wo to nga na o start 15 years kwa bibia be wo ye bi e wo fie
festival
oh yeah asantefo de ye ko fo ko Easter for oh enti abusua pani obi anya na adwen sebi ordinary be from there bi but eno nkyese wo ya abusua pani nti no wo ye bibi e wo abusua num na e bia ebebo abusua no mbe kase menye anase be ha o mbe kase ye there bi
mama abusua pani wa bere tuma
ya kase abusua pani abusua na abusua pani ade no mo start ye se no mre na bibi e ko so de se kwa enti ono na pese obre na sabi o ede obre baby a se o
sma obi abusia pani asama kafa no ono ano pese obre asisa kola bi asam na
no we nya ti
ono ano pese obre
wo se ya mani na me se ebi ono na pese obre na obre metue na minim se e se me ma empress eya ade ma me nwa ene empress ana se mi sister na de we o se maye ti o se me ma empress ye na me se me ya me kwa ya me na me pese me bre na me bre kwa empress oh
okay
enti me kasa anya ne boni mu na me kan say no baby also osuma ni petu no mo yes no there uche mani petu so na say dabi me body so ntimi ameso a wa na ope obre na obre we nye kasa tia we nye hwe bete no kre na yeka
okay
enwiafo na me gina o ma o mu no hu say omo ofa ne pese o mu yi no esi nchai edi na amasa me ntimi ho asiwe sabi o sa asem na kokoto no lawyer ni o se eye maame Akosua Serwaa na ede bai wan kasa Akosua Brimpoma na ede bai
now what about say on several platforms busa pani akase ne wo fa asefo de nka omo ho nya homete wo mo wo listening here ne wo kan but the moment here oni wunua ne beba mu pe ma confuse wo
na me gira
president wo fa asefo so omo te asem ase o kasa chomu tie
o say ono abegina platform we should ka say Giga crab yankaye because on etimi ne maame ne kasa. Yes. Baby bebrebe no akogina mpo aboma baso.
Also by yankaye.
Yes, o se me na me ne maame because se ma.
I say the same master man
pani kan sem. nessa nya mitimi kasa ma da bi de ono ofe kan de da bi nya ne kwai so no na ni me ma me na ni mo mitimi ka cho bi so bi a mitimi ka
bada afutu ametu ni se abusua ya abusua
da bi abusua ni de
da bi oprezi ne wo faasefo ne se wo makoma wo fo wo mo tia se ba oni munya ne ba mu pe no ma se wo ma gene
papa ya
oyi na abusua fo gina
je na adwumani
o ma susu mfa mo hu
ma o nwia ma mo ho ba wo hu se wo ena akonya ya otimu asa ode oyede otena bi kura nka pe ode ma no ode ni nwia ba ya ebi kura nko
sa example na ya wura nko ya company company de ofa na betimi na ya duma enya abusua asem
wo se ya abusua na me se ode na abusua pani oti committee no anko frɛ na abusua fo nko emfiri kumase ama ode abusua secretary o chenyi secretary no se ya abusua na secretary ni ode na abusua secretary free kumase ba one na da hotel Adana na busuafo those one from Amity committee.
Those who qualify. Those who have the capacity.
Thank you.
But Abusua didn't call you. It was Mama Bimpoma who said by representing so we'll come back to Germany.
Come back to Germany now.
Oh, so ne dia or shatu na wo faase fo. Nti so mu tupa na wo se we si manem mo. O me si na me kasa na
Lumba. Ana wo tai odobroni ne baby atumi sabi owuni nyansa.
Why ne?
Wa odolumba. Odolumba.
Na wo tai odobroni.
Na so tai odobroni ne ma bia sabi.
But we interview bia Zion Ferris and aya wo no obeka ya wo se Lumba pamo odobroni firifie ho oba ya
me producer pato
na Lumba wuya na pese o implies ai
oh na se
and
me
what's what pamo no ya papa choma no ba ya wan pepe no Lumba wuya
se suspend
ana reference o kan sa
na se oba adwuma mu a 1 week pe na adwuma egu a enya de minim na meka e che se na o ma adwuma na de minim na meka me de minim
jiga
pacho
feye man
okay pacho
we me das
linye ba so ko o ye ko ni tu ya me to so
o ba sa chance the person ka o wanu si mame
inti me person tie fu na eti se me ma me Akosua brempoma sebi onye se otai ne ofa enti na me ntime ho ase de aba no de sese efata a ye e no pese oni no ofa no e ka bom na omo ye se de like said the uncle kase Lumba de brofo na tunwuma nka the whole world ko bi antime ne monyum to onye ni paketo
okay
e na sebi o nyankopon onka se yensie Lumba 13 fa na 14 fa o to heaven gating nti bibia o se ese a efata bia no o se omoye because obia ni wiase se Lumba na busua na doso ba okokwaye mu a edua bia de e woni sibe obia ni so ne ni nua Akosua brempoma mo te center for e na wiase na ne nkomodifo no nti abusua Panin poka se mi Lumba minim na ho hwe o na ni nua na one ne kapanti de o se mi ye bia o se mi tie free Akosua no
okay
nti ekoba na sei enipa na Lumba na nyom kra na real se Lumba wan koklo ye bia ho wiase kra Lumba na nyom e na real
enye no kra
oh and some of the boys in na make us say nyom de obi anim say
they different
oh me de ya
cancel explain what a will is
ono person ni wachi me and remfi Akosua Serwaa na Akosua brempoma ba say Akosua brempoma ni yi na fi enti Lumba o say yen nyama Lumba sama o ta say o say anye your best man twentwen ni say ade o say ompe no na ye enti sama twentwen ni de mu yi ni nwan free ma o best man twentwen say de o kana acho manuasi
me das v empress the ya kenyina submission
it was so pricey na ma chone me
money time
ma chone me bia na mpese meka ba metie oheneba mi hu se nka o se bibia settle esi opening dry na nsuo as but owie ya ne de jiga so di bebom na afi ase asan ko echi biem mu kwakoche process no asibiem se akọ echi ko sha ase de ya ene na mi tro dada no mi hwie bu
senko penye wi Trend
osan ofofo person de so
back odo back
diga manu
enti
diga wo behu sare ye boss ma wa no de
am coming in me pa
de wo be kasa ho brase so mafia nko ha
me mafia pa
pese mi hu se adansi a ye de kokota de bi e share envelope na show bi a moto mi enti na yentimi address it to the court directly because some you say school kwa na okwa na ejime bi na okwa na wo say ye authenticate say o certificate na bibi addiction ye valid to de bi a embassies ne kwa to de bi a ye fan hye unipa na nsa o ye address it to court no straight na omate envelope na no ekwa ebe envelopes papers de bi na ehwe obi amotom na court no me hu say ya address bi a ye dia court no street a lawyer for wa high say ano intimi fa fresh evidence bi anko so it means say de bi efuan ensem na na yesan de court no bi ma ana now na ye ka me ka say lawyer kusi junior lawyer right say ano me hu ni say path na wa fa no is an excuse path because ye ka say time ni ho wa ka say time ni ho say o pese o de ebre ye excuse afi ye free ho a procedure o say ye complex eno so ama ye we excuse e wo honom afi so se mo attempting niam bebre just to get some documents court so de nya attempted ni ye ka ye de wa submit ato na edi juma wasa ka say expect witness ehun hia se ka court na kra free ni pem betimi afa bi mususu nka betimi de obi a ote German emra ene aware sem no aba wo career na asan di si so say no nche say ye kofa ba ya nka court no ene ne be side but to take commentary so wa bontia asem point fingers e wo judge ne so say esan say onti German for aware asinti na waka asem na kosi se enti mu nipa ba ko mo excuses ni time a mo se time ni sha procedure mo say complex mo ko embassy no so a mo say omo mo ti onkro mo ni mo madwuma for expect witness bra o see witness no so ko ba no nche se de obeka no court no e de ben adwuma nsese no yen moden ene appeal because me won say kwan tempo na onam so no it's full of excuses
Betimi akasa
pachokasa
okay enti on the issue of appeal no say wontimi mfa evidence for friend kan kaka I want to be correct so in law your general rule there were exception so the general rule is fresh evidence cannot be adduced upon appeal inti they can you bo nkro trial court no inti na can say appeal is by way of re-hearing inti court very obesha process ni na say obesha ni na obe review ni na wa hwe say trial court came to rightful conclusion and abibisa on the matter say if I'm quote to the rightful conclusion and then they can change them but the exception being that a party can take an application to court on appeal say say anything mpese me de bibi fufuro me de bem court and bury ebe assess ahwe in fact there is this particular case Ojedom versus Ghana Telecom Ojedom of Oye Akosua versus Ghana Telecom case e could do Supreme Court emma omode fresh evidence e dey buy and me criteria for fresh evidence mama general rule criteria ni na ne say criteria ni na ne say also wo court na ya we say sa evidence no a trial no ne nkura e bia na wo third party bin say apart from saying crown na enough also wo court no say wo ye nya wo be ye bia you have to lead evidence to show but one sanka you put in diligent effort one sanka so what me crosses our hurdle now we are across the first hurdle aka next one is also convince the court and say sa evidence nkra ye ma wo de ba ebe case ne den ebetimi asesa trial decision na ensesa no se betimi asesa no a after wa cross the first hurdle no they will admit it but say intimi asesa no a you can cross the first hurdle so we try ye na nhye wunsi na wo third day ye can say party nsem wo try ya wonsanka say intimi change decision no a ewu hia so ombeja atum because omoji tumu kra no a emfa hwen ba zero inti enene hurdle or so we say no okay excuses they be in fact part of excuses okay what they can
okay well sir general rule no kind no exception no say that you say evidence na o person will introduce no say we everything in your power to obtain it and na anyone sem na say important say ebesisa decision and a court no consider nti three things so we everything in your power a document no na it was not with you and sa document no naturally ebesisa court ni jina bia wow the everything in your power is very important because say judge no make arguments say unbelievable say we everything in your power then you have the task ahead of you to prove to the court of appeal say we everything in your power to obtain it.
But this is the case embassy Korea obeji sa information wa condemn you mo wa say. So how do you condemn? Yeah, also money mama juma. Most of the time they don't. Man, I know you are mistaken. Me say most of the embassy in Korea maybe a statement come first a year. Oh no, what can I say? No from no so nim. Aha, me say tie. Oh, me dey say me can say no kind of one. Say I want to make her say yanko from wo me nti me can say no cry dey year see. Because say no mo kan ye e che me bata no mi ntime ama me ka say me ka say ntia I wish you can play back. I wish you can play back. Who say e no be wo wa who say me can say who say yeah say okay yes till me can say yanko for omo wo a omo call ye that was the information but in some me can't say more personal knowledge here. Na me can't say me ankasa kwa me frɛ wo. You get it? But say if so me can't say you call for mo frɛ wo mo catch wo mo call ye. That was the information.
No, but I think you said something along the lines that
inti me no na me pass general comment and say it's like process here a bit different to totally new to them. They don't really even know about it. So that was a general comment after me can't we na me did for
Tuesday people repeat
but who says okay judge judgment na judge na patch say wow all the efforts na mo ye no mame say wa ye no one fama ama me tu nenim say or ye any sort of effort so and no very important because say if say judge no ye aware mpo say o ye ABCD effort and no ebua
say omo ye beba you see who say they are council election no I wish to say council you have access we senior lawyer we dan no maybe we bebre wa win. I wish say you have access to the proceedings and I can say the whole trial na was time bound. In fact the 1 week na the year trial no nti ye bring ye in fact ye catch your court no ye ma court no ye draw court na attention during the argument ye draw court na attention and I make say ye submission cry san so cry throw ye draw court na attention and that time ye close filing of witness statements ni we nominate anyoma no so if say draw court na attention say court really wanted us to say ye be we na court be me leave but catch say okay say if it is so memo leave mo de won file e be a supplementary witness statement and break say mo make effort yeah for because that time you close here you close it time you be file a witness statement in san you close it and you know when it comes to court here a procedure a time you cannot file something out of rights abe you close it you go by leave you get it into internet missing here or so is in William Kusi or draw court attention so if the court wanted us to be a obey catch and say okay then senior na wo kan William Kusi na wo kan mama will leave the court do that every day mama will leave bring evidence and say that is what you did
cause sorry and yes me how I drink wow but so kind judge in ruling so also argue say all the injunction time no and fair lawyers no objected to sa documents ni nyina and at the injunction stage or exclude sa documents say say those documents need to be authenticated so an injunction no at least about a month or so
maybe
say Andrew 1 month
it was just some few days
oh they fetch me but there was some reasonable time so the argument is within those times now I wasn't a more effort to get the document authenticated that all those efforts should have come to your attention in fact you're a lawyer for any say in some instances even an actual application could lie say you perceive your ABCD na your whole train and you see a team way so me pese you be can call a degree but who say the exceptions now a war court of appeal admitting new evidence it still stands to say I was say you team prove and Mamme say what team prove clearly say evidence or every diligent effort to acquire it and an insanka and that diligent effort does not necessarily just mean say or throw ABCD but within the reasonable time that document should have come to the court she should have done everything possible actually and legally and that's my position I may be wrong and I leave it like
no see what we say argument to make in adducing fresh evidence on appeal is the same thing I can they are so and me church so those are headers or say but na ye person can in and say because of time that's why we drew the court's attention and mostly something like the court even can order you counsel come formally so what it means is he has given you leave
right
because a time bound time down and you have to file witness statement you na fina what time so file no so we inform the court now the court can tell you say can give that order say okay counsel come formally nature say no even stand now evidence now also make your application you file it happens all the time so sometimes when you are making statement in court the judge will tell you okay come formally and prove to me intervention now with the application so I'm going to leave now with the application with the account away and this is the time you so one replan a day away CMC within a week or say 2 weeks or something like that you close it you are filing witness statement you are away into your excuse pa na you can in say a different strategies you do go away and your excuse part at all in fact the last year you rely also any year section 1613 and na you rely also in fact say what share judge the judgment now portion of class say or direct say into and no particularly cramping and also in your patients or when your patients or they share you can say court and share section 1613 the main because say if so I direct here then what it means is at least you are in the yes so crying for more into at least that is where you get the patients for us then we clear that head that is all what we are saying then 10 year excuses and the visa and the kind of and the credibility of evidence now we in kind you can say judge in the class say or don't bring in the way they very credible no you see asamo when we say to send na make us or don't bring cancer and a picture something you be say ne witness no you be say no say a day atade na another the Lumba ne odobo no mo say let me read the proceedings natural some can make me read actual the crazy questioning the crazy Senior William Kusiye. Or say that Lumba Shakaftan, no do broni or can atadi or say. But this is the situation now. This is the picture they brought to court. Or the Buinanga referred to. That Lumba referred to. So we know more. That was the picture they took. As evidence, documentary evidence. And no, Senior William Kusiye massacre to wait under cross examination. Or yeah, massacre to wait everything, and they were the whole courtroom was even now quite so much.
Final words in count.
So the evidence was still accepted by the court.
Oh, we say in the but what discrediting? Once you do the cross, the one way purpose of course a cross examination say you want to discredit how do you call it, the story or the case of your opponent into a part of the means. Into be yes so cry evidence be our lawyers no be ability are discrediting.
But part of that evidence we judge no one you know so. So it was very important because one fan supported anything. So so can was to say
internal maker say so we redo court no the judgment no no person cheni na say you can say we
should pay no money check for customary
marriage. Me na make a credible witness as some kind na make. Na me person me cheni say won say credible witness no can say that do me no shake after na she we but odo boni na ngasa point is a picture we say picture we no mu take here. So into me as man na you person can say how credible how to the say on
but one say one sa picture we wan fan ye ejuma but no cross so many say court ka say obi e credible and chere say asema o kan ye bia because ebi wa wutimi kotena court na dia o kan kra won hye dan kai papa ebi mutimi gi permission say on refer from the notes no back and make kasa ebi wa obetimi aka say oh atade no menya sure papa ba na blue ana ebibisa and chere say onya credible o just say because I don't see now you may not get one or two things right but it doesn't mean say in all no nya credible and honestly so we share entire show me that's all ka say oh no office na Lumba there kaftan ni adia enye so far away enye say me hold the brief amobia but the important o the fatu enfa ni nyam point
meba you see Mamme can be I say deductive knowledge a deductive reasoning meba I that akwa bibi to say oka say we room we are I don't be bia or say ye bema we bema so ko no ko nya oba won timi nkon common reason and common excuses say they be what's in the credible
bia no a trans
what's in the credible yes me person say can na ne say nipa na also ye credible no sa na asem we crazy so and what cross examination maybe cry no he was trying to be dodgy based on responses on ama. Now, yet can say, now me can say, you've not read the entire proceedings. So what can entire proceedings now? Maybe yes, me can say, conclusively you come to a different opinion. But now me can say, so what can entire proceedings? If you've had that opportunity to read the entire proceedings and whatever happened in court, maybe now all kind of saying it might be a bit different.
The judgment
if you
highlights
many on the premises say eba nyoma esisi yen kitten na nyi na judge ne kabom na o ka say we hold the facts na maybe ebia you share all the evidence am producing ebia a court of appeal can say adie we okikambom a hold this fact we na entisa so that's it. Inti asamo kana no kre. Nemom sa picture way in particular no. Judge no wan fa nye juma. So that's it. Or believe say the witness was credible based on the fact say Otimika say no ye around when the woman was getting married to Lumba. Odo broni ne witness no awu hobi. So and osama further of what had transpired at the Awayenase. and judge ni see the evidence no na esisi so straightforward papa that's why
I don't know responses not those so for somebody to come in
no na man hold
with regards to this particular picture here make I say if evidence falls in the presence of a judge and a bibisa it depends on the judge how we share evidence and a bibisa how a cross examination will be attended to make I say how this particular judge will be treated as him, it might be different from
another person.
Totally different. It's not even in Court of Appeal or Supreme Court or even dissent. This particular judge, this particular court, main kind of judge, main kind of this particular because now it's a decision of the court. So the court took the position and say, with this particular picture, cross examination was so we who say we might Photoshop anyway.
Really?
Oh yes, it was obvious. They couldn't explain it. And make me you cross examination natural. And you can watch the picture yourself. It was very clear. At the crowd, Emma court answer down for wait, I'm found to be brain say or say it was your penny and then some more canina yes. I say been a catcher and been a catcher. No. Then the court also comes quickly to draw the conclusion, say based on a other pictures in videos near how you can say any witness no can in some nana bibisa no ono kwa on for wait and fan to because of ebusha penny nin some more kikani na I say yes no interna one should am one for wait and find them and fan to we no so that was it
sa position na court ni hold here no eboa e man mienu ni nyina okay so say you can say here say a emramu no yem pese obeba be kase adansi amidi ne tifri obiano ye pese wan kasa na wo ho uhuye and wo no wadansi die ne ye pese ye de ye adwuma wow enti ne afro witness na wo ho wow 19 no say u be ka obi asema court ne mpe on time pese o de be ye adwuma na enti ebusua penyin sama okoka ne court no emfa bebre mejitum judge ni hodi a chese ofane say and sama esi ye ni nyina no most of the thing abusia penyin na oni ho abusia penyin na dey letter call ye say Mamme Serwaa e dey letter aba abusia say we jai daddy Lumba enti no ne sa no court hodi say aware no egu on account of the fact say Mamme Serwaa the letter ba so obegu awaya na court ne say ebusia penyu wo ba be di adanse ye say letter aba na Mamme Serwaa no odi ensa ba ye no wo see enya wo na oje ensa no na uni ho
na nyo no ye ebusia
na ye ebusia penyi ena nipa one ma even one person po da owo sa function na say because I can jai asante amamre awari jai no event nipa betina say ebusia no try so be reconcile omo na omo ye na anye yi a ebi okra etimi ma omo kọ ekoda dwen ho agise oba no empre no the twins and ba say ebusia na age enti went mi amfa nipa ba kumpo ama me dia dance ye say Mamme Serwaa ampa odinsa ba ye me age inti ne sa no me nyintum say Mamme Serwaa one worry even though that letter is there because my friend say letters no just an intention but there is no actual proof there was no actual proof to show that we jaya worry and we should judge na no you're very consistent or no say one man clear evidence obetimi manage na agency say this is what it is obogu onfa nya adwuma eno ye bi ma Mamme Akosua eye bi ma Mamme Serwaa odo broni sorry me Madam Priscilla me no be no in fact that's why maybe you can look and say na me share first time I me share comment na obi actually say oni de enye Lumba sem ne hia no na the oje won say why na ka che no wa say no over tuntum nshem
okay if I can come in I am position and looking at evidence I had control court name, looking at cross examination, other ways of legal means of proving case now there. Now we believe that court no if so weigh evidence in here, those pieces of evidence no way in here, you should have come to a different conclusion. Especially especially the facts whereby this particular picture okay there answer down for waiting to do because they also answer down for waiting to because it was a penny yes anything. But we were of a different opinion because this is the situation now. Although we make a reference to that picture, that was the picture she took. After I say yes, that was the picture she that's no okay man come one of okay that was the pictures documentary evidence of no formally marriage. There a urban incrat evidence or share or formally what warren no appointed to it into a one we totally disagreed with the court.
But
they're on one for wait until because they was opinion the yes or the year. But meanwhile, no, or do when you make reference to that letter there, that is the evidence or check the formally warring. So why wouldn't you? Why do you say? Why does the court say don't for wait in front of you? That was our problem. Okay. You get it? That was our problem because Nippon couldn't make reference to it there or any picture you say. So why do you say there? Say even if they was opinion something cry a yes now, this is the person saying there. Or you make picture mucha yeah worry watch. Oh yeah, then so why would you not put weight on it? That's our problem. Yeah, I want to disagree with the court totally. That was our problem.
Yeah, can't zigana, can't. Just one simple question. I wanted to go into details with this one because there's this school of thought to say there is no original marriage certificate existing. I don't know. What do you say to that? Because when we say, according to a year letter now, lawyer Ubosono, dated back in, I think, 4th of February 2018. Now, Mama Akosua Debre, Lumba, or seeking for request for divorce and intention for divorce. No, when we say, what kind of letter now, or can woman say? The 4th of the letter dated on the 4th of February 2018, or try say, there's a 10-day ultimatum, and that Serwaa settle on properties now, she will go ahead in Germany to file for divorce. Now, sa school of thought in amount for kase, a be any authentic marriage certificate a tray. Serwaa warring any hono in the sense say in Lumba's response to that letter that was dated on the 27th of February 2018 or can say Mama Akosua has deserted him for 15 years and did not come down to Ghana to support him on the issues of his health or sounds so call it the bluff of a year Mama Akosua as in she can go ahead and get whatever divorce or person koje. In fact, Baba Jamal letter on the 1st of October 2025, these were captured there. Now, Ukokai, a year German Civil Code at 1566 BGB now. In the German Civil Code, a chair will say, Obibe to me a file for divorce and now I call for divorce account and granting without the spouse, a presence if obey to me a prove say they've been separated for 3 years. So for the past 3 years, question. For the past 3 years, tiso kununi oyeri. Court to me a granted divorce, on the grounds of that civil code, 1566 BGB, a trial honum clearly. You have it.
In fact, in our submission, we say, if a drawer, we wrote extensively on the German Civil Code.
Okay, so it states that the court can grant you divorce. So there's a school of thought out there that people are saying, so probably maybe when Lumba called the bluff of Mama Akosua, she went ahead to get the divorce. Hence why there is no authentic marriage certificate and go back to me about, because that school of thought that people are saying say the bone of contention here was to prove that I'm legally married to the deceased. Obibaka said that should have been one of the primary thing and was your focus was because say to me this certificate
Emma, you to me money go through that authentication process now. Ebi ankodo broni oni case. Because yen na yen dim say under the ordinance marriage in there. Who to me say anko ye dey. Yes, enko ware for. So what do you say to that school of thought?
Okay, so let me tell you. Sir, the German Eina Ekotino. Let me go there because we wrote on it, and I remember we wrote on it. There is this section. Oh, I want to. Let me see if I can find it. Merba. Okay. I'm coming. And see, when you look at section 1564 of one German civil code now, the Bugalizes Gazette Board, something like that. That's how they call it. Section 1564, no, or there, a marriage may be dissolved by divorce only by judicial decision. So that portion you spoke about, no, or say start first and send about. So what it means is, say even one party will problem, it can only be dissolved by the court through a petition. Why the Ghana insists on so if you don't go, the court cannot divorce or cannot separate you, cannot grant you the divorce.
What I'm
you get
saying
it?
is that what if, say, as stated in the letter requesting for the divorce, or try say if these properties are not settled to me, I will go ahead and assert my and assert my right on the grounds of desertion. Patrolity. That's what the letter says. Into what try say by 10 days in each na ejapadi ana say nyama me request me nsan kwa me tiso akọ German court no akọ siki for divorce. So the question here is that what if, and this is a school of thought out there, what if she went on to proceed for that divorce, no?
The clear answer is, you see, the other letter I came about there, that was that Lumba response that one we don't have that letter. I cannot speak to it.
Okay.
That one we don't have it. That time we had not been engaged, so I cannot speak to it.
Okay.
But as what if she took the step, definitely Nanka German embassy would not have given that confirmation letter. As at the time that Lumba died, she was still the surviving spouse. They wouldn't have given that letter. So no step like that was taken. That is the answer to it.
Okay. So my last question, Beba, I think paragraph 94, where we spoke about where you informed the court to say you had an authentic marriage certificate because according to Uridi paragraph 94, now Etre will say you cited to the court to say more original certificates now why did we tell the court that original certificates no when in fact we knew that Mr. Wonkama maybe when in fact we knew say certificates now original one penny and sankai. Secondly, process was a certificate go through to be should I say authorized by the rights authorities, and now the process was go through and sana you to me admit in the jurisdiction of Ghana as in our court. When we knew we had not done that, why did we tell the court to say certificate and
you see, we had the original, we brought it to court. Problem of courts had with us in a day, because you see, with Germany they have a family book B. One certificate is in the form of family book. So out of the family book, they extract the marriage certificate from it. So the court had a problem there. Why the family book? We are presenting the family book, and we are saying the marriage certificate, is extracted from the family book as the marriage certificate. But that is it. You see, in South America, for instance, even Ghana, we have an extract. When you look at section 73 of our Marriages Act, there is an extract. It talks about extract. It talks about marriage certificate. You get it? It's the same similarly. The book, the court, we show the court that this is the book. The marriage certificate is gotten from there. Then how do you call it? The confirmation letter from Germany now. It was also endorsed or signed by another person. The court did not. And you made a cogent argument in one of way, if say in 2004, this person was there, issued the marriage certificate and authenticated it, signed it. In 2025, if you are going for a copy of that marriage certificate, they won't confirm from the embassy, and they retrieve it and they sign it. Another person signs it. That doesn't make it say maybe. The most important thing was that when you look at even the code, as in the registration number, it is the same thing. That should tell you that the person authenticating it at that time was different from that time or your marriage certificate. So that's the difference. And it was even basic logic, but the court
the judge was of the view that this basic logic was not argued before her.
Yeah. Was not explained.
Was not explained.
Yeah.
Because if we presented two documents to the court which seem to have the same content but have different signatures and different timelines,
it's supposed to be explained.
I was trying to say, this particular one appear wahano, earlier in time. Na yeji no yentinya mfa nye ejuma na we na yaje no at the current time so that clear to know about the other thing Madam Abusua, which is also pertinent, and say Judge Nika say there was a portion where the clerk signed say what the document
that one was the interrogatories,
say when all the documentation, all the authentication so more presented before the court.
Let me show you something.
It turns out that you didn't have.
No, let me show you something.
It's my advice to grab my first. It's my advice to grab say yen to all lawyers say enjoy the practice I my law clerks affiliate documents for parties when the parties themselves should give their statement.
No, let me come 91 baby. No, let me come and explain that.
Richard,
it's yenjai practice no na yen my parties are omo di omasem no omo ankasa enfili omo interrogatories and kase yebusa question we why no kase waji atuma na no kase law clerk no kra no onisa to me and I mean Diana I was saying obey you so they assign those documents.
The argument of the court was there is a lawful attorney in the internal clerk or deposit to way. Now when he set out any affidavit as in the response to the interrogatories we indicated that he has the consent and concurrence of what can them pull? Mamme Akosua Serwaa. Now let me point to you the interrogatories now. What the response was the bear. You see, the judge talks about Eshe judgments now. It talks about some two authentications there. It should be authenticated or certified by a German government, then you go to and you go to the Ghanaian embassy over there. But you see, let me read the interrogatories to you. Then you will see there whether Mr. Panin. Yes, so wait. Let me read the interrogatories of what they hear in bed. So the first question the first question they asked was whether the marriage between plaintiff or respondent and the late Charles Kojofosu, aka Lumba, was registered in Germany. Okay. They responded yes.
Why they responded Richard?
As in Richard Panin with the consent and concurrence of the plaintiff. Okay. Not responding yes, because he has sworn to he was on the oath. Yes. Not responding yes. No, you see that the court in the problem there, he has lied on the oath. But I want us to go into it so that we see whether he lied on the oath or not. Then the next question comes. If yes, provide an authentic version of the marriage certificate and same certified by the consular Ghana mission. Now this is last more we should provide authentic what? Authentic version of the marriage certificate. Then it is different from there. After the authentic version, then one which has also been certified by the consular. Now this is, look at the translation. This is what this what kind of document was to the effect that a didn't say he or ye obi or nipa no authenticating this marriage certificate no, and you know the authenticating person. So we were trying to say maybe we didn't capture it clearly there. As in this, you should find an authenticated AE of the what kind of marriage certificate. You know, we were trying to say that this is the authenticated version. This is the authenticated and certified version, as in by the German government. You know, I mean, but that's the distinction. If I am fine, so that's the qualification. I am qualified in Indiana. But
not
this is what
it was a. You made a mistake.
No, so maybe typo, but no, maybe I missed a typo, but. Okay. Argument I'm making, are you getting it? Now, they ask first for authenticated marriage certificate. They first ask for, me reading, interrogatives, me reading. They first ask for authenticated marriage certificate. Then we're proving to them that this is an authenticated marriage certificate because upon interpretation, it is here. Authenticating person. It has been authenticated with the stamp and everything. That was all what we were proving. So in our response, and that was what we were trying to say. That they should find an authenticated. Yes, that was what we were trying to say, but it seems the court misconstrued us. Into another stop parino or train or bullet and give them one bullet. He was trying to prove to the court that this is an authenticated marriage certificate, and it is true. When you look at the translation, it is there, authenticating person. What does it mean? One bullet. So that was all what we are trying to say, but it seemed the court misconstrued us. It was answering directly to the first part of the question.
Fit to do that. That's because the thing the judge said
Mama China
is that he's not fit.
Hello,
Mamme.
Mama China, Patrick is saying.
You met here, but you're 4 hours, imagine. Atenase na diedi pacho diedi kan em se mi follow mo pa nti mi tie de mo ka
me pacho
na de ama ma babu mi di kan che se mo ka ebogo abusuafo bi din a se court nse bi ni ade e no kore
me pacho
na ye no kore de tie ni mi tie na ase nana nana or chia amania kakra wa sante ekwan na pese mbem kakra sabe kwajo efia wo firi mu ahini de fie ho
okay
sabe abusuan panyin kan wo ti otumfo brem pom na wo ye abusuan panyin ye wo ohina ye paako so hina wo ye otumfo brem pom asante amamre ni amania kwan so no abusuan ni kuro ni nyina wo hene and you tune for the action and something amamri. And she said, "Oh, be told fear wa or henno any what to me." And Sana Abusia penny at them. Into Abusia penny the original Homa, Abusiana, no hen and tem. Nadia tear the more the Kanya Busa said. And then be Abusia penny or henna, what Yakunano, Wakobana money. And no nanchain. Abusiano mo busa se abusedi enti na saa de ekọ ebe ekoso abusia panyin mo musa ne se fi se wodi akonya na ye bo na abusia panyin busiani ben na awu a abusia panyin agina ho se busini bu ne de hia wuntu ogina wa ya yie da ade e wo ho ne abusia panyin de ato abusianum a wo busa abusia na obi abeka no kọ wo se so obi wu a wo se wo ne wo ma monya mo yie. Se wobetena abusia panyin agano so se nipa be 10 na awu a abusia panyin mu san na wakọ de wakọ ehuru mienu mpo nye hweme maame ne pa akoso hima akọ hima de wo wu a ye kuro ni abusia nyina adea ye fra abusia panyin kacha ne se sika fama na bibia ye de be hya ne sa o de onyira abusia na na onya yie no o ka kire ye se ema ne ye nya yie ne pa mo chawo enu Abusia panyin musa ne se ade enti na se asem na dru court na nanom wo mada wo ma ade yakopie na nanom anim ye entamu ebe mu ana ye ne nanom kwa no mbusa Akosua se ne hawo pa ne se ana Akosua fi de kan committee na abusia panyin tie ye no One Busiafo na mem. Or the a whole one a year. Omo committee kwa mo bie na no so wakasa no matia no. Ono odini nia no ni tumi wo se wakasa. De to sumienu Akosua say opese wo hu ade kura ekum ni nia no. Enyanyam bia de minim ne amamre mu ne se obi di hie wu a enye obi ene kwagina ho no ma ye papa no. Abusua panyin wo ba no obuta ase ho anam ne papa ndi nua ba ne se saa de na ati no wanti ase e de na ye hawo mumma yankɔ hwɛ de ku no ɔde to na nanom anim ana nanom se ana yankɔye ana wɔse anu achi kwa report to asɛm no yezie
na me pa chewo ebusuapai asɛm ya woke sesi aye hu se masa akɔ court bio me se ɛhɔ no mpɛ sɛ wokyire ye mu yi
court no a ye kɔ ye ne maame
mpa chayiti
de ntima ye kɔ court no Akosua ka say opese wo hu ade kora ekum kwadwo say na court asemunti na afa na ya start process na ya koso ahwa ade kora ekum kwadwo na me pa achewo ayiye ba so wa yira akunafo ni yi wo omo crofo be ka committee no hu
okay
ana abusua so ayiya be ka ho edi anti kwadwo ne mampanifo le wo mu no wa akwantuo Ayi ya tsantia ye buta enuafo ne mo ma besi we wo fi o nyina asa ye pati ye ne gase Abusua na ye nyina ya kyerɛkyerɛ ya adwene obi si bia me wa amana no nti ade we ne besi me kwan nti mesra mo de ko se ya Abusua we de daabi na sister ya din be ma wa tata be tabi o ada woroma ye fa nyame masa ba se hopes no ye mi nya be ma na se kyina bibi asia wono wo ma wono wo ma wa kwantu ne betima ye hopes ya ye wa abra wo yire na wo ma ama me show na da chindi ya no mo beka sabe wono wa ye mo akra tina wo penasem na wa ye mo na de be no wa ye mo na primu a esanse wo penu nti aka ma ho ade kura ku no because we kura ade eku no na ye poison wo ko somu a wo betimi anya ohaw bi wo ho Ti agenti na mo rashe obi timi she fridge mo be for 10 years ni ade ade na fi kwan anu nti abusua panyin ne ye dodo no ontumi te se wo yo ade ntoto na ebe abusua no because we de ne dia na ma abusua panyin na ja usidi ade na nye se na abusua na tie Mamme no na tana se ka asem bi se ana na busuafo ana ye nton kwato fanyi ska edimpa ye sena honya
okay
nton fanyi ska baba bi ada no wa amfa anto a efirito ebe ya din se kwato be film na ye ntimi hu obi akwaye busuafa ni da ya kwa na no so da kan wo yi kire ya sasa abusua ni jira wani ya shade ku aya simple actually we are na ya dia wo abusua no because ya wa ya dia mebre ya sa ya dia wo abusua no so ho betum aye ana abusua panye je me dabi asante amana asembi ba ye timeka pe yen kokuta abrewa amrewa fone ne ma na wo abusua no mu tase adena na no ka asembi ono aka asem wo se enunti antuma ya bia aye Lumba ye kura obi netwa na onua wa bono ho ka abo ni nua na dia wa kuto na fi ochi so di bomdi Akosua anye ni nya na japade de ye nyina anye sika anye bibi abate e pense na ho etina bi sebe ya obi be hu sa asomenti ana bentin sei na esi ye ne bae entina na mamna na wo to kire wo na bia ye ne kuro mko adawo ma na ye nya fante die ohine ne wotu na diga kan sem bi se ye ko da de so aba ye bra busia panyi wo ya ko 2-3 times the friend obai what was Abusua panyi so on person on pa Akosua university up to now I'm no kase wa ba pa Akosua aba be kwa amane me pa chewo o de kwajo ana pa ofi pa Akosua to wa ba pa Akosua aba be bojan ye wa hana mane me ameka pa me ni obi no be ma amene pa Akosua hima bi di pa Akosua hina chi me ensa wa ba wa hina na mane uma ba wa hina mane da bia be sie kwajo no we abusua panyi a wonu tumi wa asase no so otumfo na wa asase na otumfo de asase na mo hini tiji so busa wo hini na nsa aka Dia tosu mi no na nanom an se ye kete 13 fu ne yenye yi no. Officer Akosua ye koye fi apete ye koye autopsy na die kumu kwadwo na. Ebia wo mo betimi de injunction na bibia beto so ebedi la ade na ye bia police process na ye nti wo kro mo buta say police for ben na ye ni ade batenya ne ma nyina na betimi de akere. So me ntimi hu ade kro potintia. Tintina jise 13 fu no. Abusua Panin no paasum dia kura asema ka me nwi yo abusua momye nyina yenhia na yentoto ne yenhu dia de to be sefi aya ka se abusua fo be me no ana me nsan wu se fridge mo mumu sane se wo nim kwan a efa so ya abusua on kire de wawu a waye na yiye da e wa abusua no on kire anu nti kwadwo die chinchina na wofa ya apoku no mo ho na Akosua no ene mela no wo ma wo nyina ni ya Akosua ya mobo adan adia na aba se na amesa ape me anu nti na obi ya ka se na hima wa ha na ba atem ha kwadwo me ta Akosukura no oni ma na mden ba Akosukuru ma fe tama wa hile ba akono di ade no wu ya na mden ba ida nyina ni ye mu ni ya pe me mre bia me kasa me ti asundue Sabaya bibia beto na abusua benya ya abusua oba benya ne ba
Mama China
na abusua panyi na ma
Mama China ma
Mamme
Mama China mpato o kase mu no o kase mu peniye na ma mu peniye asesi aye kokota ye den
me do free ya say at the house for me kan hausa ka fa na mi ti amon fanche me ya si belly baka belly banga ana wa hina sabi ye tufu a wenti ye to de ompabo atia sabi mu de kobedum ye nim di abusua pani yan kan chen de wan ko ekosi adade so aba ho no busa no me ni di nkomo ka bibia sa adan ade ni yegu ye ni mafi ya chi apapa Akosukuro na wanam anti 15 nye kroketi wo ye wa brempon nim di fo akrachefo wo kure mu enso na ye kure yi agye ni gwa ene kura sabe wo na mabonte kwa na obi be to na aka so pipa Akosua ompewo edi enti na abasa ada na won ti ase na ba bia tase ye de to ne yamfa nto ene kwadwo na wawu na ni niam no wo ho edian oni aba je wa puto na ko chi so de bomdio obi na ekoye kwadwo ntoma ade be to be ye sise ni ye se ni na abusua no mu bi ye sen Enti ma cho anti this akamna awano e mo jana me konim se onua wona ne kansu nsam ebe ka 3 days kura makọjọ afirimu ofre ni nua ni di nkomo na tie wo bi nka so obi na akuno obi ono yale ye serious ba enkuno yale kituwa bi na akuno enti dia na sikwa sa abusua panyin won ka ho na yankọhye adi kura ekum kọjọ yakọhye wi a na die wo musoso no ne yire no ya kan ta Akosua onne ne manu ni ansanyira enkono no try exam so be we February enti wo pa wo tuwe Mamme wo twene bonku wa no adwene ne fa ho enti be ya ma uta akwala mi ensem wa o ye mpanifo na wo mo papa begu na wo mo amahye wo mo papa ni me be siom ya si o man bia be ya gina ngoma sua
Mama
ni ntimi fa wo ma di sua no broni kuro mo tese yan ya ha
Mama
mo aja ho so wo mo ba Mamme
Mam pacho on the 11th mo be court no
me pacho ane
me pacho o kan ne ma beye wiki mu ye hu se ne ma no bi abagana oba no aye video eto nsa afre adofo so omumbra mbe jam no na ne papa efri ombe ye 13 me pacho enkra na uka so ombe try exams mesrew de oye video Dennis no oka hu bia na
me pacho da bi me die
okay
me pacho da bi anti
me pacho me
die
ete pacho enkwala ne de we na try exams no
Akosua mano
enu nye ma afre ma Akosua Serwaa mba
Akosua Serwaa mano me ansam
enti pacho de wo Ghana ne ye hwan mo mba
me pacho ebi yo dobroni emma
okay
ana na Mamme me ba Mamme chewa mamre kakra
me pacho
ya santi ha ya mamre ni amane me de court abu ana famo ba nya me na metimi me se no wana ma che court atema ato atwi na me was 63 years na me ko me ben me Mamme ani akonya ni tie mpani sem because omo kan ye me record de minim ni asante amamre ni kuna ye mu se mema no wo no firimu no wo yire no mo kan kura me yire panyin ni yama ani ade ya no ho am wo de kwa atamado se pa so ye wo ma me pomre wa wo wo pa fre atama makane amane pa na ma kire se nebusa me yire panyin ade tie die ani ade ma ba ma na no de ko ona de no so be wale kan kura anu de wo ne nyame nsem because anu de me awale sam nya no na me ka me ntimi nkire na mom me de wo mo a me ka no a me ni mo no me na kire pusemu akase anu de wo na de ba boa ye ya de asumdue be ba no na me ka se abusua panyin chi break ade na asie abusua no nya bi abusua panyin de nti amata ade we nyina ade aba no anya ye wa abusua no muta nti wonim ayiye no sadia ne hyehyɛ na ade ate oba panyin mu awu na ye hema wo kuro no owu a anya abusua ma na wo hene na ye busa ne sɛ ha papa no wo ka asɛm bi sɛ ye bibi abusua panyin ne begina wo agu sa na de na me ka to anti 50 me ma me wu ya de no tompa mu ne na nsa no na to na ebe kwa akosie no ye wura me boni dia na ma sɔre ɔte kokɔ so ami boni dia na moro sa ye misuo nyansa ni kin Solomon wode na de tie bia bai ama na sante hema de na de tie bia bai na sante amamra ni amane ne to wahina na wahima akɔ akura ye fie ne midnight ye be fie na wasa abusua ni nyina wo na abusua panyini e wo ho na ya de sika futuro no abasra no me pa cho na sama me kan ka mi chantre wo me ni nyabo buka na otu pa ya bofo otu wo mo ba ya na ya be ye busa sa abusua panyini wo hene where dodge Mamme ni wu ya no na ya abusua panyini ya ko fa funu na ba nka ya wa sabe sa abusua panyini na wo hwe ame ya di funu ba Mamme ohine be gunta wa abra di funu na ba e funu ni si kwa na no ta abusua panyini wo ansi ha Mamme ni bibia ni wonu ma ye wo tafa ko ka che abusua po ne won su ta ko wo po se ya se wo mo ba wo mo nya aduane on be anti 50 busa wo mo se bibia ni wa be ba kro ha wo be ba me mama China and for you to me yama woman and to say a bushina but we shall penina ya then to ba be ma me sanya to asem na America obi so na wo ye no busa se apart na na bo acha santia mamrenka ni wona to so me enso asante hine banka won na eba so de no ko so me ensa e no dan chenya busa se pa Akosua ma ye ti ha no ye mu hwan ana busa penyi di ye din ba mu Mamme emu oyo papa ye dia mama ya nya hwe ye die abusua ni ye die na epe ba abusua panyi we be die ade ade ntoto ba abusua ni enti tele na matena ho na o tira amamra sabe na ka se yen ya santi amamra ni ya mane ye de wa tia na ma ye abusua panyi onye autonomous o kuma ni ntumi okay wa abusua ni nyina ahia ni awesa e de ahye na no na de ono pe e no no ye
mama medase mama nyame sha me pacho na me ya u se oh ma me mesro mpacho yo ye das ma ye ne mama China na kasa ye no ya we question
lawyer no dey me
ntu koziga ye wi am ba so o ladi oni shube
just to wrap up some person make an in and say
oh lawyer no we
you present say your originals say
no man bu sane
na me can say originals na course ye the BBI
okay
the mini question bu sana jiga
na
me pese me bu sa o say me pa cho se si an sema wo be ka wa hai o fa pempa ne say like what do you want to communicate
oh me dem me fa pem me say sebi de Akosua na enya de a obia me sure so mo busuafo no ye wa bonti onya de obia ni je se de obia kasa ye yo e na ye pe na o se e na yi na wa ye kan se be me de se abusua pani nti abusua pani sebi wa chi a emu ye
okay
ye na ye sie Lumba wi a ye wa bonti ni na busua ni na ye da so na kira se mo nti fi se enu baby ano on come back to na busuafo no a waye omupani no na ono omu na enwe de omo obusua ne pese omo ye ho ema sabio nipa ba ko pe enteki decision e pese obusua de
me kakra me wakani empress me nim kwa me nim say jiga oni papa shi omo ye nuanom omo fi maame ba ko papa ba ko and me nim say emra o maame wuye minka we ya me so afa cheme na basa yo e ba kakra in terms of make o de make saba we are wetin say in terms of umami ye no da ye no na den kakra mi dwedwe mu ami hunu ye no ene say o tweben ye busua pani e ma woni ne kasai e ma emu no bedi mu ho ma mutumi ye mu mami ye na ye memreda even though papa shi ekoye ne de eye yawada no mutumi eni busua pani tena se kasai e ma mutumi ye ne memreda enti sisi ane in as much as say waji atum say wunye busuani wunye moja na wo fi nchen na by virtue of the fact say bia woni mama Akosua bempon assigned that na okay na e bia mama Akosua bempon ma feel say bia woni ho a wo betumi atena na nemu no wa report to her no me de kakra meka ene say munhwe na monfa eye mo support entire busua pani achi na mu ne na mo ntena se na ehie na ye next week Saturday no ye ntumi nye emane because as it stands now no kra ni nyame anim ni say na aka na bia wa ma na no esi nti wanti Lumba wo ya we as a busua of Lumba ankasika abusua no betumi anya we ye we hu di bi ahwe nkolai ni ade ni sikaketwa ba no kra wo mesra ma mi no kra wo mu pa ni say no ehie no eya ye unattractive sesi no sa sympathy na nka nkrofo wo ema ehie no eni hot say kane no areho na we ehie no sesi eni ho hwe ukọ TikTok aseni asebio omanfo esipe wo TikTok asebio yegu mama Akosua bempom animase menye sure say ye ofe pacho de America not mase and there are several times as jiga in as much say ukasa wa ha ukasa hu brasie mu na wo kire say upe ne papa mu no there are videos bi amehu on social media one kasa wo ka ho na wo instigate confusion ni bi pacho de America not mase Entino say mu pene papa mu a mesrewa because mu nye busuafo mu ya abonten so for me so
ya abonten so ni so
ka me pass me opinion wo would ya wo kan wo kasa in the form of say wo kasa wa busuana na because tie wo ebusua ye moja wo no matter what it is aye ko ba mama Akosua before amenti me ho ase Faustina amenti we omo ye moja wo eje kenkanya kwan ya omo be fa so omo be san ka bom omo be ka bom na mo am wa bonten ne pacho de make am to say see all I'm saying is that and na busuan pani no ko easy kan na one country we na one country we there is a committee and pay what we know every money that goes I mean class yes we kra we nya alert ni bi and into the message say me pacho see ye ni next week interviews na ye grant no and we here kasano we pacho kasano eya dos intimidate ahobrasie mu dia meche ni say ebe ya unya bibia maninka na mu ne ma na wo fi ho ninkasa na ye ni na ye ntan busua pani achi na mu na mu ni bom na ye nye ye why
pacho ma ti wo wie pedasi say sebi say de wo kan omo ye busua ye de ye beboa ye ntimi chire de sebi abusua no enye potin because say mama yo kasa e abusua pani mi aba ye be suja me hwe si mama Akosua bempoma na kwa kasa jiga misro nko jina ba bi mpo enka bibia me nkasa bi
nti so no no hye wo sakoka
oh se me ba me se ni ntina me wa
nti so no afra wa nkasa bi
more several times na mpofu afra me radio station where me catch up se me misa ma me ne se nipa so ma si peso obisa ma se me nkasa mpacho me nkasa because me kra me nye social media ni se obi ampo ni me fine se a ukasa ye ne ma ne nkasa me wa kan empress bi say me say ni ye yom sabi o papa no di 10 years kra na ye besie no na eda ho na echa na ye dey sie ne next year besie ne sie ne next week a Lumba kro na esie no abusua Panin ni abusua ni na eti enti onko back to ni family ni say de o kasa ye abonti so for no onko back to ni family no because o ka bibi say jikren a omo ye abusua mbesa ka omo abom no ya better person onko back to ni family no na on ya abusua ni na eti no no omo nko tena se na chi a emuye no omo nko toto say de be omo ntutu enna dey me ntimi ni side we ntimi ni side my family no by omo ye abusua na can decide omo ade say ye pese say ntimi me no ye ntimi nya hwe ti abusua Panin pe peace a da bi o kase o pe peace a also ne wo fa se no ene ne maame mu ene ni nuanom ye de e ka bom ni mi fi se asumdwe be de ebeba okay ntie na no sabusua Panin o ba bia no otie a sebi ontie ye na me ye sure se otu sa na mo na ebeba because say anobrebe ma ba ye de e ma ba to
Arnold.
Share my press. My mom, dear, personally, I'm tired.
Why,
I've been sitting here almost 3 a.m. talking about Daddy Lumba. Knows baby, am I? Doesn't even matter. One more somebody in the next week. You will show more the best. One more happy, so you will show more the best. One more somebody in the 14th March, so you will show more the best. One more somebody because someone was taken, so I'm going to the BCBI waha.
Da, for last one.
With the food tonight, me 2 or more.
I'll send the last one.
Say that, Kasa. Kasa, remember so la.
Sir, me Madam your Kasa, also what the China.
Mama China.
Also mujina do mujina se busua Panin no asset ni 2 million shut down so bia so allegation kakro brazy say omo ye 1-2 bi ni nyina busua Panin ba
wamba
onim akanfo ye wayi bi se ye wi a Monday ebuka no yam de to aso yesiesie busua ni ntam enti ya waye bibi abe raise me pese me busa madam ne say waye mabusua Panin eye be ba komienu miensa maya wa mamu no edu se mu siesie busua ni ntam mutimi raise ye say yabusua Panin bi oye ni ama o api adamant say de mbaka me wonti ana because ye wi a de toso ye siesie busua no mu ne wonye ne niam yie de wache bibi ne yaka say the on repeat enti aba mienu miasa utimi mutimi kan ya na ede na fe de du Lumba yi esu mu na yi ahodo abusua Panin ama bi e na fe na ye beka jesade na ne se wo mo sigina ye se busua Panin ni ja yi no e ma maame bempoma no ye no ono Panin ba bi tena na ye nuewu ye na ye moja asase mo ni nyina ni so e koba ne sanso a sade ye kan mo na ye mabusua ye de ye kan bi yetimi ja aka se ne ya anodo abre ya ni no sukura wato atwene sa na be ka kro bi anso be yi ni ho afirim afidom pese mo ye sane mo ye mo na ye boa ti mo nua ana mo desia be wi asa be bo brand ti sa ma mudi kakrakase idi ne so minu kasa wo se kalumba tonyo brofo anko chema kijasen ti ade na such a legacy nipa ba kumienu binti chinchina chese de mobaya na mobaya ene kan se ye de anya busuafo aloyafo ohoyi sebe omo jo cash mo se enko Supreme Court we court koro mo no mbeko de mo na mo se ma de ankanya me de achemo Lumba wusu nko mu yo kafe na mo be didi ni din ho eso ase obi a de obeka bi obi a wase mo be sa beka a hedwa na sa hasa peja ye fede se 13th no de omo modin no monye yie no omonye after no do bi apeso obi aga na fo so bi hu ɛda ase